Hey my scrappy friends, and welcome to my channel today. Thank you for being here. Today's share is for Colour Blast, and I've got these photos of my big guy from a couple years ago, probably more than a couple years ago, in the shower, pulling stupid faces. God, this kid cracked me up. So these are the two photos that I'm working with for this page, and I've come up with my title already, and this is kind of where I'm going to do all my stuff. I'm going to do some fun in the background. I don't know exactly what yet. I know I want to use just blue and probably bling, and I'll go from there. So I'll pop you on fast forward. I hope you enjoy. Okay, third time lucky. I am back. I'm just taking all the stuff off my background cardstock here. I'm not sure what inspired me to use black, but I just thought it would be something fun and different for me. And I mentioned in my blog post that after I discovered that I had no black cardstock in my stash, Spotlight had a sale and I bought one of the 60 packs of black American Crafts texture cardstock. So at first thought I was going to use this stencil, and in just 1 second I'm about to spread it through, and then I go, yeah, it's a bit too neat. So I pulled out this text stencil, and I'm just going to put that through, put my Just Blue colour paste through this stencil. If you haven't used these colour pastes yet, they are beautiful and creamy and smooth, and they just spread so nicely. I picked up a tip from Natalie May when she was here doing classes last year, and go with essentially with the grain of the stencil. So rather than this being a vertical stencil and going from top to bottom, going from side to side because of where the pattern is, for some reason it just works easier. So there you go, sharing that tip that I picked up from Natalie May. So I have done one coat there, and then I decided it was a bit too boxy for what I was after, so I give that a quick blast with the heat gun just to dry it off enough that I can put some more paste through my stencil. And you can see I'm just going to put a couple of random bits through, trying to work out where I can put my things without getting it on photos and things like that. It was a little bit too far over, but I just kind of went, you know what, I'm going to make that work. Add a little bit more there, and then add a little bit to the left hand side as well, just for a little bit of unevenness. So you'll notice that I left the foil on there. If you have yet to invest in some of these or yet to open some of them, make sure you leave the foil seal on, just because then when you do finish using them, you get a better seal on the tub and your product is less likely to dry out. So I had a little bit of colour left on my stencil, and rather than waste it, I decided to spread that onto an art journal page. Now this is all dry, I think. I'm coming in with some spray. So I'm going to show you that's the Just Blue Colour Shimmer Spray. And you can see here I'm pumping, and nothing's coming out. The mica powder can get caught in the nozzle, and all you need to do is take the nozzle out. I took mine to my sink and literally just ran some water and then squirted through the nozzle, and now it's squirting fine. You can see that, it's awesome. That's the Just Blue. I didn't let that dry, and then I'm going in with my Singing the Blues and just a few spritzes of that, and you can see that it's given a few bigger splatters as well. This is all dry, it's got beautiful shimmer to it. Because I didn't gesso the background or anything, it does dry really quickly. I'm going to add some splatters using my Colour Shimmer pots and Colour Shimmer cubes. They're exactly the same product, just different size containers. I'm going to start with my Bling Colour Shimmer cube, and I've just activated that with a bit of water, grabbed a paintbrush, and I'm sprinkling away. I really love the Colour Shimmer cubes and pots for splatters because it gives a more intense colour. It's like a thicker watercolour as well, depending how much water you add. So I'm going in with my Singing the Blues and also the Just Blue. And I'm pretty sure I left this one to dry while I did the school run. Lots of splatters. And so I did chop a bunch of this out because for some reason I wasn't cutting my my paper layers and stuff on screen, so you didn't see it anyway. So all I've done is laid, there's some vellum behind the right hand photo, a couple of other paper scraps and things behind both the photos. I have distressed the edges of all the papers. I have replaced my title there, and I'm just grabbing a few extra little bits and pieces. Got one of these page tab thingies from Flutterby Designs. Pretty sure it says dude. And that one's gonna end up between the two photos, in between the layers. Now that bear kind of seems a bit random. It's a Rainbow Splendor veneer made by Corbett Creations, but my big guy has always been referred to as my baby bear, and around this time he was like, he almost didn't have a name, he was just my baby bear. So the bear is quite appropriate for younger photos of him. I still do call him my baby bear, but not quite as much. I'm just getting all my placement here. That boy oh boy, I was like, that is a classic. I was going to use the pink circle from the You Rock Ephemera pack, but ended up going with the chipboard piece. Played with a few of the other chipboard pieces here. I feel like I was overcomplicating it. It didn't need more, and I'm really happy with the end result. And I don't think that I add anything extra except for some thread and my journaling on top of what's already there. I try lots of different pieces and end up just going up. So I'm pretty sure, what am I doing here? So this is my thread. I'm going to add, I decided to go with white because there's not a great deal of white here, but I thought that it would lift the whole page. So I'm going to add some just there. Channeling my inner Missy Whitten, though not doing anywhere near a fabulous job as she does. So time to stick. I have made this go a bit faster because sticking is not that exciting. That Wild is also from one of the Rainbow Splendor kits. I'm pretty sure I won that one. I think I named it. So some more white thread, adding my quick dry. I'm like, why is my photo moving? Oh, because it's not stuck down. Pop that one in and then rough up the edges a little bit. Here's my thread again. I'm actually going to stick it down this time. Bear. So what I stick next is my title. And you can see I'm just trimming down some some cardboard strips. I've put some foam, not foam, that is not foam, it's cardboard on the bottom half of those letters, just so that they're all fairly even with the photo, because I knew I wanted it to all to overlap a little bit. And I've just used my glue to stick them down. Sticking that chipboard piece there, adding my journaling, and I think it says something along the lines of, dude, I don't know what you're thinking or why you're doing it, but I'm pretty sure you were just enjoying getting the laughs you were getting from me. Just adding the date up there. So this was taken, I think, in November 2011. So he was like 22 months old or something. Clown. I've got these circle veneer pieces, which are really cool. I don't know how I missed these in one of the, again, the same, I think it's the same Rainbow Splendor kit that I got. But I was like, oh, I'm going to use those. They're fun. And this is a bit of a fun dorky, my kid's special page. So I'm just going to sprinkle those around. I found an extra one, just to add that to the page as well, because why not? So I wanted some white splatters. Now I'm very impressed with myself. I remember to cover my photo up, both of them. So I've just got a little bit of water on my glass tabletop and some white gesso, mixing that up. Cover that up. And away I go with the splatters. Don't know if you noticed that, but I just pushed my page straight into that mixture. But for some reason, I got away with it. There's not a single mark on the front of the page. Yay! So I'm just adding a bit of water to make it a bit more fluid when it's not quite fluid enough. I wasn't getting the splatters I wanted, and you'll see what I do in a second. Lots of little splatters. So what I do is I load up the brush and then I use my fingers and I squeeze when I don't get the big splatters I want. And I had an extra drip, which I was not happy about, but again, I will quickly soak that up with a bit of paper towel or baby wipe or something, and you can still read the writing underneath it, and it fades it out enough that it's not blaringly obvious that I splattered in the wrong space. So that's my page done. This was heaps of fun to make. I really enjoyed this process. So yeah, all the links to the blog post and to the store and to my blog and to everything is in the description box below. Welcome to all of my new subbies. A big thank you to everyone who has watched and hung around. I really do appreciate all of the thumbs up, all of the comments, and I do kind of go, oh, I got a comment every single time I do. So please feel free to leave me comments, ask me questions, and I shall see you again very soon. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, and have a fantastic, scrappy, get your hands messy kind of day. See ya!